All right, man. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's happening with everybody, man? One more day close to the fight. Hope everybody's well. Hope you guys had a good night's sleep, up ready to go to work and and have a really good day. Hold on one second, man. Let me do something real quick because I'm trying to make sure I get like all my moderators back. So I gotta open up a screen. Just give me 1 second. So as you guys come in, and I can drop this. I can drop that. Drop the wrenches on you. Got it all set, man. My man, Smooth Guru Boxing in the building. Salute to you, sir. What's going on, man? Vlad's dad in the building. Clean King Jr. Adrian Vent, always good to see you, sir. Ricky Williams in the building. Walter Wright said, good morning, King Fannon. Ready for another service in Boxing Church this morning. Well, you know this week, man, what we talking about. It ain't gonna change too. It ain't gonna switch up too much, man. And right now I'm gonna harp on a joke. I know Tyson Fury was joking when he said he was going to get up in there cheating and all that, man. But at least, like I said, I predicted this a while ago, man, that they were going to actually start talking about the cheating the closer you get to the fight, and they were going to start dredging all that stuff up because it's going to help sell help sell the fight, man. So it's real interesting to see these guys finally addressing it, even though they're addressing it like tongue in cheek, like it's some type of joke. Man, cheating, I don't get why people think corruption in boxing is funny, man. I had a guy leave a message for me yesterday talking about how I was embarrassing myself by talking about it. Like, man, why is talking about corruption in boxing? Why should I be embarrassed about talking about corruption in boxing? The guy cheated in the fight, but I'm not supposed to talk about it, and other people ain't supposed to talk about it. Man, get up out of here, man. Ricky Wells said, good morning, fam. I'm super excited. It's fight week. Redemption is upon us. Wilder in 3, man. That shit will be lovely, man. Be easy in the building. Say Grand Rising, Martin. Let's chop it up. Fury's demise is coming this Saturday. Yes, sir, man. Mark Kirkland said, good morning, Fanon. Ready for the best boxing chat. One of the best, man. There's a lot of good dudes out there doing it, but I appreciate you very much because I definitely do enjoy talking boxing with you guys first thing in the morning. Rob McCray in the building. What's going on with you, man? Dwayne Jones in the building. What's going on? Blessings to Atlanta, man. T-Mac said, what it do? T-Mac in the place to be. That's what's up. Andrew Gray in the building. What's going on, man? Good morning to you, man. Man, come on. You're killing me with this name. White man colonizer, kill and rape my ancestors. Come on, man. You know I can't be reading that every time, man. I'm going to call you white man. That's what I'm going to do. Just to make, because white man say, white man colonizer, Tyson Fury cheated. Tyson Fury used PEDs, tampered gloves, egg weights. Wilder's the king. Salute. Yeah, man, that's a hard truth, isn't it? Not a popular truth, but one that needs to be spoken, man, so he doesn't do it again. And I'm glad about anybody that gets exposed cheating in boxing now, man, because it's just you messing with people's money, man. One side of it is just what's right and wrong, but man, don't mess with people's gambling money, man. Will you please just have a straight up fair fight, man? Karma Boxing and MMA said heartbeats increasing as we getting closer. Man, mine is. I'm telling you, man. But the good thing is that the entire fight card is good. So at least I ain't got to be sitting there with bubble guts all during the match, man. There's actually a bunch of bunch of fights on that card that I'm actually really wanting to see, man. So on the real, man, Bob Arum, good job, Bob Arum. Good job. Got a really good, they give us for this, whatever, is it $70 or something like that, dude? It's actually worth the money. I take that, man. For $75, I'll take it. When I get 3 or 4 really good heavyweight fights, it's all in the heavyweight division too, and they're good fights with good fighters in the fights, man, I'll take that, man. There ain't any little dudes that I never heard of or guys that, are just, kind of like the zone cards are, where you got one fight at the top of the bill, and then you wait for 3.5 hours of other fights that you don't care about till you get there. You know what I mean? Like, it's who is this fighting? None of that on this fight card, man. You're going to get to see cats, really going from the beginning of this one. So, hey, man, my hat goes off to old Bob Arum in this one, man. Frank White said, Fanon, Wilder's the only top heavyweight willing to risk it all to fight Ortiz. The rest don't want no smoke. Nope. And the boxing media don't even excuse it. Don't say a thing about all that ducking going on up there with him, man. But good thing he got the Deontay Wilder fight because Deontay Wilder put some money in his pocket, man. That's good to see. And one of these guys, once he turns 45, somebody else will jump in there with him. Once somebody's, they get to 40, once he gets to 45 years old, then they'll fight him. That's my take on it. And then they'll say, we beat King Kong Ortiz. But, Deontay knocked him out twice, so gave him a lot of excuses to duck him. Roger Mudd in the building said, talk about corruption in boxing is like kneeling on a football field. The lepers hate when you put that BS, they put the BS they do in their face. Exactly. And much love in that super chat. They don't like that, man. Shin C said, you know anything about the guy Jared Anderson is fighting? No, I don't. I don't know anything about him, but I'm just happy that Jared Anderson's on the card. That's just because he's an up and coming dude. He's got like 9 fights, so they're not going to put him in heavy, man. I just think whoever the guy is going to get beat. Lisa Lisa, you guys are already building an excuse for when one trick pony loses. No, man, we're reviewing what somebody did in the fight before. If you want to call it an excuse, hey, man, knock yourself out with calling it an excuse. But no, man, we're talking about what Tyson Fury's about to do, okay? If the dude gets caught cheating, he gets caught cheating, man. It ain't no excuse for me, okay? Because I'm not fighting. If I was fighting, okay, you may be able to call that excuse. But it's not an excuse for me. I'm just pointing it out before the fight happens, man. And I'm going to continue to fight it. And I'll point it out in Tyson Fury's next fight, man. Get out of here. The dude's a cheater. He's a drug cheat. He's a drug cheat. He's a glove cheat. And he's already proven himself to be that, man. So, so just why don't you guys cry me a river with that? You know what I'm saying? Your boy got busted. My boy didn't get busted cheated. Your boy got busted. So why do I need to feel any type of shame for pointing out the fact that your boy got caught cheating? Don't get caught cheating next time. Just like anybody else that gets caught with something, man. Hey, my man, Unadulterated Truth said, good morning to you, Martin. You're modest, but you're top of the line in the boxing podcast stuff. By the way, I sent you a message to from my IG, Creative Mind 717. Check it out when you got a chance. Yeah, for sure, man. I'll check it out today. Absolutely. I'll check it out and respond today. Thanks, man. Man, I appreciate you guys saying I'm modest, man. It is what it is, man. We have a good conversation every morning talking boxing. Even if there ain't a lot of good stuff going on in boxing, we still find a way to have a really good conversation, man. And I'll take that. You guys are very supportive of the channel, like the super chats that come through, man. Thank you very much. Riot a Prophet says the king was robbed and he'll get back what was stolen from him in blood. Retribution is upon us. Stay blessed, King. Yes, sir, man. You stay blessed as well, man. But y'all are interested, man. You Tyson Fury fan. Hey, what's going on, Rick Blackwell, man? How you feeling, man? Says salute, Mr. Blackwell, and the rest of the chat. Man, always good to see you, man. Always good to see you. Walter Wright, Queen Fury, dope fiend. No, he's not a dope fiend. He's perfect. He doesn't cheat. Everything is above board with him. And, it's just everybody else's imagination. Don't believe your lying eyes. Believe what Tyson Fury says. The Tyson Fury that tested positive for what was it, nandrolone, because he was eating wild boar testicles. That Tyson Fury, the wild boar testicle guy who served a 2-year suspension for cheating. He don't cheat. It's just an excuse. Get out of here, man. Tyson Fury, the guy that had gloves taken off of his hand in the ring because he had a detached thumb from the glove. Don't pay attention to those facts. Just don't make excuses when he does it to your fighter, man. Smooth Groove Boxing in the building said, Wilder by murder and fire, man. That's what's up, man. Just Faces said, what do you think about the weight difference? I think that's a big dude. I think, and this depend. I think he's going to try to maul Deontay. That's what I think. I think he's going to try to maul. And if he comes and he's going to try to come forward and grab and hold and neck wrench, and he's going to do a lot of that stuff. He's going to do a Sean Porter. You know what I mean? And I got to say, do a Sean Porter, just so you know that there are people in boxing that do that. Okay. Sean Porter is somebody that will use elbows, all kind of stuff to hit somebody, hit you with anything. But he's gonna try to impose his will on Deontay Wilder and he's gonna try to come forward at Deontay Wilder. I didn't believe he was gonna do. I didn't think he was gonna do it last fight, but hey, man, he did come forward at it. Hopefully, though, Deontay Wilder doesn't, has very strong legs and he's not able to do it, because even though Tyson Fury is bigger than him, I don't necessarily know if Tyson Fury is stronger than Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder looks like a very strong guy, and he's a big guy too. The dude ain't little, you know what I mean? CB504 said, "What up, Martin? Big fan since the Ring Girls. At the end of your video, keep up the good work. Everybody else, hit that like and subscribe." Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, you've been around a long time, man. When I was doing that used to be fun, man. That was the gift for watching. That was the gift for watching all the way to the end of the video. Yeah, that was funny, man. I used to like doing that, man. Brazy Too Deep said, get these likes over 200 people. Yeah, man, come on, man. We got 254 people in the building. Y'all can get the likes up over 200, man. James Carter, Fannon, my man, the man. Good morning, brother. Good morning to you, man. I hope you're doing well, man. It's crazy. Fury said he cheated. Yeah, see, but he's being honest in a joke. I thought I mean, you're making light of it, dog, but I believe it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna, I've got he makes, yeah, gypsies, we have, we put horseshoes in our gloves and we do, man, dog, you're telling on yourself, okay? You stop joking. It's not funny, man. You know what I mean? If you didn't cheat, you didn't cheat. It ain't funny, man. You clowning about something that you did is what he's doing, and trying to make light of it, trying to ridicule his way out of it, man. Common technique of somebody that is a manipulator. Try to make a joke out of something that ain't funny, man. It ain't funny. Nothing about the scenario is funny, man. Ron Johnson in the building. What's going on, man? You know what I mean? There's nothing funny about the situation, man. And you saying, "Oh yeah, it's just so ridiculous that I would ever do that." Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put horseshoes in my gloves, and then I'm gonna, okay. Will you, Tyson? Because you dang sure did something that last fight, man. All right, you dang sure did something last fight. Oh yeah, I'm on steroids. Yeah, ha ha ha. I'm just gonna pump myself full of all kind of juice. Antonio Margarito did the same thing, man. Antonio Margarito was getting his hands wrapped by after he had gotten busted. You know what I mean? After he had gotten busted for loaded gloves, he did the same thing. He joked about it because he denied it until the end. You know what I mean? He denied it to the end. He never admitted that he did it, but he joked about it. And Robert Garcia was wrapping his hands one day, and they put a brick, put this big thing, like acted like they're going to put a brick in his glove and wrap it and make a joke out of it, man. It's not funny, man. And honestly, I think you're telling on yourself, because I'm going to believe what comes out your mouth. You say you're going to cheat, I believe it. You know what I mean? You can act like you joking or not joking. You got more than enough of a track record with that, man. You know what I mean? Mark Booker says, "Salute my shy brother. Appreciate you, champ, man." Thanks, man. I appreciate you as well, man. Thanks for coming through the chat, man. Juddin Button said, "Wilder has to go right at him, not box, attack Tyson from the bell, or he will lose." Yeah, I understand sarcasm. It's a great way to cover up something. Yeah, I understand sarcasm. And you can use it to ridicule people. Do you understand what lying is? You can make it, yeah, I beat my wife. I slap her around all the time. Ha ha ha. Just because you're ridiculing it don't mean you ain't gonna actually do it. Tyson Fury has got into the ring with tampered gloves. He has. It's not a joke. It's not something that somebody's making up. It's proved. They took the gloves off the man's hand. They took them, and did you actually see the tape of it? Where he's all looking up like this? Looks real concerned when they look at it, when they put his hand on his glove. Real concerned. And remember when he was joking about everybody being on steroids except for him, because all he does is cocaine and weed. You remember that? He's done this before. He's joked about things that he wound up doing. He was in an interview with Kugan Cassius, And he was saying, yeah, he thinks that everybody in boxing is on something, either on a stimulant to lose weight, something to lose weight, something to gain weight. But he thinks that everybody in boxing is on something. And then Coogan Cassius said, yeah, not you though, right? Like, try to give him out. He's like, oh no, not me. You know, all I ever do, you know, not me. All I do is a little weed, a little cocaine. Ha 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 ha. Being sarcastic, right? What happened to Fight Later? Fight Later, he popped Dirty Fernandro. Tyson Fury has a history of joking. All of this stuff is in Tyson Fury's history. This is not stuff that you got to even look at Deontay Wilder's fight to accuse him of. And I'm going to keep it going. Sorry, all the way to the fight, man. You're not serious. Y'all ain't going to act like, hey, y'all ain't sweeping this shit under the rug. It's not going to happen. No sweeping this under the rug, dog. You want to sweep it under the rug. You're not sweeping it under the rug, man. Dread the Dread said, Team Fury collecting a lot of bad karma over there, for sure. Much love in that super chat. Absolutely he is. Absolutely is. And I'm telling you, man, y'all not getting out of it. You know what I mean? The guy, it is what it is, man. Why can't y'all just suck it up and say he cheated and admit that you don't care? See, that would be the honest way to do it. Just admit that he cheated and say you don't care, so we can push on. Because then maybe, you know, people will be quiet because they'll be like, oh, they admitted it, that they cheated and they don't care. Oscar Valdez cheated and the WBC didn't care. They didn't care. That's how that came down, man. LBJ25 said, good morning, Fannon. Can't wait till Saturday. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, that's what he said. Oh, yeah, Michael James 616. Much love. Thank you so much for the support. He said, yeah, coke, weed, a little ecstasy. And guess what? He was telling the truth about the steroids, and he was telling the truth about the coke, the weed, and the ecstasy. He wasn't lying. All he did is joke about the truth. And you call it sarcasm. No, man, I call it telling on yourself, dog. If somebody says something, even in a joking fashion, there's a little something there. If somebody says, oh, man, you know, if you ever play with me, yeah, man, you better leave me alone, I'll shoot you. Joking? Dog, don't joke too much with a guy that jokes around about shooting you. Because it's in his head. He very well may. Tyson Fury talking about he made what he's gonna put in his gloves and all that, man. Don't act. He put the stuff in there against Nicholas Asbury. You got people other than Deontay Wilder saying he did it. Just admit that you don't care, like Oscar Valdez. You just don't care. He's on steroids and you don't care. Easy way to go about it, man. He's on steroids. You don't care. Yeah, he's being sarcastic. That don't mean he was lying. He was being sarcastic. I got it. Absolutely. I already told you he was being sarcastic. He was being sarcastic before when he said that everybody was on performance enhancing drugs. And he said, nah, not me. He was sarcastic then. And what happened? He tested positive for nandrolone. You don't think people can be sarcastic? Like, that's like O.J. Simpson cracking a joke about how he'd murder somebody. He was being sarcastic too. You think people don't believe he actually killed somebody? Why does the fact that he is sarcastic mean he didn't do it? But yes, I understood. Yes, I understood. He admitted cocaine, Stephen. He admitted cocaine. He didn't test positive for it. He admitted it. He said that he was on a cocaine binge. And that's why he went to a mental health institution. He said he was on cocaine. Dead serious. And that's why he was high on cocaine and he was self-medicating for mental health problems that he has. And after that, he went to that's why when they wanted to test him, they went there to test him for performance enhancing drugs, and he went to a mental institution. 76 Mark said, imagine how he's going to feel if one of his 16 kid boxes someday and gets seriously hurt from somebody cheating. Karma. Yeah, that's a bad, terrible. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I would think, or maybe I would think. You know what I mean? He may just snort those feelings away. Who knows, man? Sean Wilson said, how do you miss an egg weight in a glove? Put one in the glove, and boy, you can't miss it. I don't see it, and nobody has shown an egg weight. I don't know. I never saw the egg weight. With that, I think I never saw an egg weight. The egg weights, I thought, were with Nicholas Asbury and the gloves that he had. That he found egg weights in the gloves. That's Nicholas Asbury. As far as I know of somebody actually finding egg weights in the glove. I can't say about the egg weights. All I can say is I saw the man's hands. So, like I said, when I talk about Tyson Fury cheating, I talk about things that I saw. I'm not talking about like every rumor and everything that the man is accused of. I'm not into that, man. Jutton Button said Wilder won the first fight. If the stupid referee counting right away, Wilder got robbed. Honestly, man, it is what it is with the first fight. The first fight was a draw. He kept his belt. That's how I always looked at it. Like, I wasn't even upset about it. You guys want to run around. There's Tyson Fury fans want to run around and talk about how he won the fight. And that is something that I find really funny. Seeing as Deontay Wilder got the draw and kept his belt. He was holding his belt at the end of that fight, and that's what happened. And he got it by knocking that dude down and dang near out in the 12th round, man. Justin White said Nicholas Asbury claimed padding had been removed. Yeah, when he was sparring too. Real odd, man. Martin Gibbons said he admitted cocaine. He didn't sarcastically say he was on cocaine. Stop lying and saying he admitted to cheating. You don't understand sarcasm. Martin Gabbis, why don't you shut up? Because I said sarcasm 5-6 times. I know he was being sarcastic. I know what sarcasm is. But I also know he tampered with his gloves. For real. And just because you're being sarcastic doesn't mean you're lying. It doesn't. He was being sarcastic when he said that he was going to dip his hands in brine and all of that stuff and how they could fight bare knuckle. I understand what sarcasm is. He's a cheater being sarcastic about cheating. I get it. 100%, man. I didn't miss the sarcasm there. I know he doesn't. He's saying, oh, I'm going to put I'm going to put horse weights in it. No, dog, you're not. Maybe you'll get some custom gloves where you don't have any padding over your knuckles. How about that? No, I understand. I understand exactly what he said. And in the title, it says jokes. Being sarcastic is being a joke. You're joking. And it's in the title. I put it in the title. He's joking. I got that he was joking. However, that don't mean he's playing. And it don't mean, how am I doing that? You are ruining Wilder's career and reputation? With somebody like you? With who? With who? Who am I ruining his career with? How am I ruining his career? How do I ruin his career? By saying Tyson Fury's cheating. It ain't got nothing to do with Deontay Wilder. I'm saying Tyson Fury's a cheat. And I'm naming a whole bunch of people that he cheated, not named Deontay Wilder. Me saying Tyson Fury's a cheat ain't even got anything to do with Deontay Wilder. It's me talking about Tyson Fury. When I say that he cheated Christian Hamer by getting on there under performance enhancing drugs and getting in there with tampered gloves, am I ruining Christian Hamer's career? You guys just say anything, huh? Hoping it's going to stick. It's not going to stick, dog. It's not going to stick. It's not going to stick. I'm not ruining his career. I'm pointing out that Tyson Fury is a cheater without even talking about Deontay Wilder. Come on, man. You trying to scare me off it or something? You'll ruin Deontay Wilder's career. Man, get out of here, man. You don't care nothing. And here's the thing. You don't care nothing about Deontay Wilder's career anyway. So why are you saying it? Like, do you care about his career? And Anko Loco, is there some reason I should believe that you actually care about Deontay Wilder's career to be saying something like that? You're a Deontay Wilder fan? Or are you just, being sarcastic? You know what I mean? Why are you angry? I'm not, man. I'm smiling. I'm happy, man. Very, very happy right now. I love it. I absolutely love it. Anyway, Fannon, look at Deontay's Wilder body. Are you seriously believe that's a natural looking body? Guarantee you he has used roids. First of all, dog, no, I've not been looking at his body. But any more than usual, and people keep talking about how his body changed. It doesn't look like it changed much to me. He's 6'7". He looks like he weighs about 230 pounds. No, it looks like his body. He looks 6'7", 230 pounds, which is reasonable. 6'7", 230 is very, very reasonable, man. He doesn't look like he's juicing. But I will tell you like this. Once he tests positive for performance-enhancing drugs, then I'll say he's juicing. If he has not tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs, then I'm not going to say he's juicing. The only reason that I say Tyson Fury looks like he's on juice is because he's popped dirty for steroids before, which is something you guys just keep blowing over. Much love in that super chat, man. Said these dudes are nuts, Fannon. Yeah, that's why I put him in the title. I love it. Tyson Fury tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. Please put a 1 in the chat if that is cheating. To all you guys that say that something's wrong with me, are steroids is nandrolone legal? And did Tyson Fury test positive for it? Inquiring minds want to know. If Tyson Fury has tested positive for nandrolone, which is a performance-enhancing drug, he's a cheater. He went into a fight and knowingly cheated. Since we all know that that's true, you guys can stuff it. Walking around acting like that dude's not a cheat. Your only argument is that he didn't cheat in the way that Deontay Wilder said he cheated. He's a cheater for other things he did. He's not a cheater because Deontay Wilder is not accusing an innocent man. When Deontay Wilder says that Tyson Fury is a cheater, he's right. Same way that when Caleb Plant called Canelo Alvarez a cheater, he was right. They tested positive. They served the suspension. They are cheaters. They have cheated in the past. Fannon, where do you get people who ask you so many crazy questions? Man, they're my fans. I got a lot of fans, man. They love me, man. They love me. Chillville in the building. For sure. Give me ones. Oh, that's a lot of ones. That's a lot of ones. That's a lot of people saying he cheated, man. And my man Shin, hey, I'm at the bottom of the chat now. Chillville, put that in the super, put it in this, not the super chat. Put another comment in there, man, so I can make sure I get your wrench. Shin C said maybe if he battered AJ, they would care. I don't know. I think these guys are pretty bereft of giving a shit about stuff. They just want. Here's the thing: if you like the fighter, then they don't care. That's what it is. But unless Deontay Wilder tested, why are you so triggered, man? Dog, I'm not triggered. Oh, you already got hidden. I'm not triggered. I have a box, dumbass. Let me explain something to you, dumbasses. I like talking bad about you. It's fun for me. I get to be sarcastic and I get to have fun, man. Says, Fannon, you are a shrill, bro. I love it, man. Anyway, man, where's Chillville at, man? Chillville, put your thing at the bottom of the chat, man, so I can get you your wrench, man. And then I'll stop talking to the trolls, man. We'll get back on. That's been enough. There's been enough of the conversations with trolls. The Fannon boxing edition. Gotta love it though. There you go. I found you. There you go. Hey, Chillville, you got your wrench, man. So yeah, you got your wrench. Have fun. Have at it, man. Fannon, what's your type for a fight? What's my prediction for a fight? Deontay by KO. honestly, man, I'm going to tell you, I do not know. I don't know how the fight's going to go out. What I want is I want Deontay Wilder to win. But these guys, these trolls ain't 100% wrong. I'm telling you, man, when a fighter is dirty, a fighter is dirty. And Deontay Wilder's getting in there with a dirty fighter. So my hope is that Deontay Wilder can overcome it and Deontay Wilder can win. But I'm not delusional. He's getting in there with a dirty fighter. And that's just kind of what it is, like Antonio Margarito. You know, if looking back, oh, Brazy, my bad. Hold on a second. Forgot to rinse you up. Here you go. Gotcha. And then let me put this thing right back where this was. How did that happen? Anyway. Yeah, smash the like button on the way in, man. 8 woes. Chillville said, Noop, stay on their ass. Thanks, Noop. Yeah, it's fun. I'm like, why are you so triggered? And then and the funny thing is, Chillville, then they put when I'm clearly smiling and having a good time, they act like they're winning because I'm talking to them. You wanted attention, man. I give you your attention. Ain't no worries. But look, man, he's getting in there with a dirty fighter, man. It's just what it is. And there's been absolutely no push for Tyson Fury, you know, to believe that anybody would do anything no matter what he does. So, you know, it is what it is, right? And I call it for what it is. So I want Deontay Wilder to win very much. But just because Tyson Fury jokes about cheating don't mean I don't think he's going to try to do it. Just because he's being sarcastic doesn't mean I'm falling for his sarcasm. You know what I mean? Dog, I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, I'm going to cheat. Of course I'm going to cheat. Just trying to ridicule it. Ridiculing the notion that he would cheat when he's already got caught cheat before. Man, get out of here, man. Try that with somebody else, man. Justin Coffey says, salute Fannon. Fury is a disgrace to boxing. His fans are delusional. Wilder will have them library quiet Saturday night. Hey, I certainly hope so, man. Much love in that super chat, man. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. Nick, Tyson Fury would knock you out. No, he wouldn't. I ain't fighting him. I'm not a boxer. But okay. If that makes you feel better, that he would knock me out. Monster anyway knocked me out if I got in a boxing ring with him. You know what I mean? Joshua Rivera, clickbait. Well, thanks for clicking, man. It's not clickbait, dumbass. It's not clickbait. It's exactly what I said. Tyson Fury admits that he's going to cheat and jokingly says, I said he joked. It's not clickbait, and it's the same number of people that are always, these are the same number of people always in here. Same people always in here. So clickbait for what? But if you think so, I appreciate you, man. Trice said, who roots for a guy who popped dirty? Ref caught him with loose gloves. Sparring partners caught him with bad gloves, and they turned off the camera in dressing rooms. Guys that just want you to lose. People that just want you to lose and want to be right and want to be right. I'm sorry that it sounds like it's excessive talking about this dude, but it is what it is. You got to keep it in your forefront of your mind, man. The WBC's not going to do it. The WBC's not going to do it. Nevada State Athletic Commission's not going to do it. You know, the Ring Magazine's not going to do it. ESPN isn't going to do it. They're not going to do it. So I figure why not let people who really are fans of the sport of boxing talk about it? Because I don't rely on ESPN and all that to tell me what's going on. You know what I mean? I don't. And the case has been, it's been proven, okay? Just Faces said, I'm not the one to call racism, but I wonder why it is that everyone goes against black fighters, even when somebody come from another country, even though Americans go even other Americans go against black fighters. Very interesting phenomenon, man. Very interesting phenomenon in as far as that goes. But I suspect that they just sick of seeing black people win in sports. And it's for the same reason that, it's just what it is. It's parts and partial to it, man. But boxing itself, though, is very, very nationalistic. So Mexicans, by and large, or in large numbers, support Mexicans, right? Black fight fans, that avid black fight fans support black fighters. But we've got a lot of different sports. So in order to get like your casual boxing fan, black boxing fan into boxing, then the fighters got to be very, very, very exceptional. But a whole lot will throw you under the bus as soon as you lose. A whole bunch will throw you under the bus, as soon as you lose. Or as soon as you say something they don't like, they'll throw you under the bus. It is what it is, though. You just got to keep on keeping on and watching good boxing matches because it's not going to change, and black fighters ain't going anywhere, man. Deontay Wilder, the problem with Deontay Wilder, though, is that Deontay Wilder's not British. That's the big problem for Deontay Wilder. It ain't that he's black necessarily right now. It's that he's not British. Because they don't do this to Dillian White. Dillian White is pure trash. Has been knocked out by a 42-year-old man in Alexander Povetkin, and we know it, right? He tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs, and he got in there with tampered gloves, and they let him fight. And then they still keep ranking him high and acting like he deserves a shot because he's with Matchroom. Deontay Wilder's problem is that Deontay Wilder doesn't have a massa. And I don't mind, and I'm, you may not like me saying like that, but Deontay Wilder don't work for these guys. If Deontay Wilder worked for Bob Arum, he'd get better press. As long as he's good with Bob Arum. If Deontay Wilder worked with Eddie Hearn and he was giving Eddie Hearn a promotional fee and fighting on Eddie Hearn's car, Eddie Hearn would talk a lot better about Deontay Wilder. Eddie Hearn wouldn't be saying any of the things he says about Deontay Wilder if Deontay Wilder was working with him. Same thing for Bob Arum. Wouldn't say anything bad about him if he was working for him. But Deontay Wilder's with the PBC. And the PBC has been getting hated on. They've been going broke every other month for, I don't know, how long have they been in business? 10 years? Something like that. You know what I mean? They're going broke. Oh, the investors want their money back. They're going to be taking they're going to be losing. They lost what do they say they lost? Bounce or Spike. They lost the Spike contract. Remember that? When the PBC did that, Sandeep Rana, you don't know nothing about boxing, bruv. Okay, thanks, man. Yes, I do. I think I do. I know a couple things about boxing. I know that you're not supposed to be taking nandrolone, and I know that your thumb's not supposed to be detached in a fight. I know that much. I know your glove is supposed to be all the way on your hand. I know that much. And I know your knuckles aren't supposed to fly to the front of the glove and where you can literally see the guy's handprint. I know that much. I also know that Tyson Fury served a 2-year suspension, retroactive 2-year suspension for performance-enhancing drugs. I know that much. Do those things count as knowing anything about boxing? Bruv. And what's with the bruv? Why the V? Don't get it. Anyway, man, it is what it is. Strings of Peace says, keep coping. All right, I will. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'll keep coping. Good job, man. Coping with what, man? I didn't lose a boxing match. I'm telling you. Look, man, I'm 50. I'm over 50, man. I don't attach myself to a fighter as if when they lose, I lose. I don't think of boxing like that. All right. I like boxing and I like fighters. I don't feel sad I don't feel sorry for a day about a fighter losing a fight. I'm not married to him, dog. I left that part of being a fan alone a long time ago. I'm not emotionally attached. To fighters' wins and losses. I like to see good fights. And one thing that I know that you guys might not know is that no matter what happens on Saturday, Deontay Wilder is going to get another fight. And we're going to rinse and repeat this. And we'll be out there for another fight watching him fight again. And you know how I know that that's going to take place? Because that's what always takes place. You guys who are very, very casual fans and little babies act like somebody's going to lose and all of a sudden they're just going to go away. Adrian Broner has lost like 100 times. You guys kept talking about, oh, his career's over because he lost to Marcus Maidana. His career wasn't over when he lost to Marcus Maidana. That dude made millions and millions and millions of dollars after the Marcus Maidana fight. Had a Manny Pacquiao fight on pay-per-view. Was his career over? No. I don't believe that stuff. Deontay Wilder's career is not over. He's not retiring. He's not going anywhere. Tyson Fury's not going to get elevated on a cloud and float off to the moon if he wins. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen. What's going to happen is, though, you're going to see eventually Tyson Fury get busted for something. Because that's what Tyson Fury does. He's a cheat, and he's going to get busted. And on top of it, everybody that fights him from here on out is going to be looking for it. Because people ain't stupid, including you. You just don't want to fess up. But, you know, that's on you, man. That ain't on me. He said, oh, British. I know. Bruv is a British thing. Yeah, I understand. I know. That was me being sarcastic. Bruv. I know they call it, hey, bruv. He said, hey, Kevin Faulkner said these UK dudes are conditioned to be cooked. Yeah, just because their arguments are terrible, man. They try to put you try to put me in a position where I have to defend Deontay Wilder. I don't have to defend Deontay Wilder to call Tyson Fury a cheat. They're mutually exclusive things. Tyson Fury is Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury did what Tyson Fury did. Okay, Deontay Wilder is who Deontay Wilder is. If Tyson Fury wins a fight, Tyson Fury is still a cheat. Still there, man. It's not going to go anywhere. You know what I mean? You know, all of a sudden, no. Nah. No. Tyson Fury, but I will tell you, though, you guys have a nice track record about being wrong about Tyson Fury, and you never switch up, dog. I told you this fight was going to happen. You guys said Deontay Wilder's contract expired, and you argued it very, very loudly for a very, very long time. Very insistent, very, very insistent that Deontay Wilder wasn't going to get the fight because Deontay Wilder's contract expired. You remember that? You remember how ESPN and Matchroom and Sky and you guys were all talking about a fight that was never going to get made? And I sat here and told you that fight's not going to get made. You're nuts. He's got a rematch clause. How is he going to get out of that? Well, there's no rematch clause. It can't. It's not. You just argue anything that Tyson Fury says. Tyson Fury and Bob Arum says that there's not going to be a rematch because the plain language of the contract says that it expired. Well, where are we now? We are seeing a fight that we told you that was nonsense. All of a sudden, we're fighting, aren't we? How come you guys don't ever admit that you're wrong after the fact? I'm waiting, and I'll be waiting forever because that's not what you do. What is it? Ron Johnson said, Tyson Fury, the herpes king. Oh, man. You talking about the bump on his lip? The cold sore? Yeah, he gets some cold sores, don't he? But, I'm just wondering, man. Let me get down to the no, Fury doesn't own Wilder. But if you think so, I appreciate it, man. Fury owns boxing. You got a lot of Fury bots in here, huh? They hire some bots from Fury or something? Where y'all coming from all of a sudden, man? Chan says, I love how people hate but still tune in. Yeah, it's isn't it fun? And then you get to actually pay attention to them, man. Renee Wilson said, Maz, are you doing your job? Yeah, well, there's a lot of these guys today, man. I'm sure they're ripping. I got rid of a lot of mods on accident. I didn't intend on doing it, man. Lawrence RB said, Fannon, I have to assume Wilder will have someone watching Fury like a hawk. When I think about Deontay Wilder should test the water that Tyson Fury drinks. When I think about it, Deontay Wilder should test the water that Tyson Fury drinks during the fight. Oh yeah, for for stimulants. That's just another great idea, man. Daryl Meering, he says, using fake news as an argument. I'm not using fake news as an argument, dog. And references, I'm not using fake references. Shows the quality of your reporting. There's nothing fake about it, guy. Tyson Fury tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. Let's walk you through this again, dummy. Tyson Fury tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. That is actual news. That is true. Number 2, Tyson Fury got caught with tampered gloves in a boxing ring. That is not fake news. That is an actual fact. Something that actually happened during a Christian Hamer fight, the same fight that he tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs on. Those are facts. That's not fake news. Sorry. I can call Tyson Fury a cheater and say he intends to cheat. He did say it. Was he being sarcastic? Absolutely, he was being sarcastic. But he has a history of cheating. If somebody was a serial killer and then they joked about how they were going to run and kill everybody in the mall, I might say he just sarcastically said if he gets out of jail, he'll kill everybody in the mall. That doesn't mean that the guy didn't kill anybody before. And I find it quite newsworthy that somebody that got caught cheating would joke about cheating again. There's nothing fake about that, friend. Nothing at all. Somebody that had been caught cheating before joked about cheating again. Antonio Margarito, if he jokes about loading his gloves and says, I'm going to put plaster of Paris, I'm going to put an anvil in my gloves next time. Dude, you already got caught loading your gloves. Why would I doubt that he would do it again? He already got caught doing it. Do you see the logic there? Now, how about this? If Tyson Fury had never been caught with tampered gloves, if he had never been caught cheating, if there was no videotape, nothing there, and then he joked about it, that would be, he's just joking. But if Canelo Alvarez jokes and says, I'm just going to shoot up a bunch of steroids and go beat up Caleb Plant after Caleb Plant accused him of being a steroid cheat. Just because Canelo is sarcastic about it doesn't mean that he shouldn't be suspected of it, specifically because he got caught before. What's the fake news in that? What's illogical about that? I'm serious. I don't get it. I don't think you're very bright. That's what I think. I think you're looking for something, is what I think. You know what I mean? They caused a major coping session. Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Steve said he was not caught using yes, he was. Yes, he was, Steven. He was caught using tampered gloves in the Christian Hamer fight. He absolutely positively was caught. Absolutely positively was caught. Absolutely positively was caught, dog. They took gloves off his hand in the fight. Did you miss that? Or did you not know that? He was absolutely caught with tampered gloves. In the Christian Hamer fight, a referee took the gloves off his hand and made him put on new ones in the ring. Yes, he was caught. Now, are you going to agree with me? You mean the glove? You mean the thumb of the glove ripped? What do you mean the thumb of the glove ripped? Yeah, where they detached the thumb. Yes, that's a tampered glove. Absolutely. Now that's not a tampered glove? That's not a tampered glove? Somebody get in the ring with a thumb detached as a tampered glove, friend. You can thumb somebody in the eye with that. The glove is supposed to be sewn on. He got in with a thumb detached. And if you think the guy didn't know the thumb was detached, you're nuts. That's a tampered glove. Yo, you mean that? Yeah, I mean that. Or do you think that's not That's not a tampered glove, right? And I guess you believe the wild boar meat, right? Man, you guys just need to go away, man. Seriously. It's very fun arguing with you, dog, but you just kind of stupid. You know what I mean? You just kind of stupid. Anyway, says stupid is what they are, no doubt. Exactly. Like, come on, man. You just walked right into that. There's no proof of him. There's no proof of it. There's absolutely proof of it. Oh, I got my gun out. Boom. And I will bop y'all up out of here, dog. I don't got no problem doing it. Anyway, I just think it's really funny, man, that you guys just keep at it, man. Anyway, so real boxing talk, man. Let me get some questions from some people that really know what's going on, and not people that are here because they work for what's that name of that organization? What's the name of the organization that will send bots at your channel because you don't like people saying certain things? I like that. I like the closer to the fight, more of these bots show up, man. Man, the boys 2138 said, Fannon, love the passion you show for boxing and listening to different perspectives. Wilder started late all to fight for his daughter. That's a real man. Quick question. How do you know if Fury has a rematch clause if he loses? Thanks. I don't know if he does. And I doubt that I don't think he does. Because I think it was wrapped up in that last contract. I don't think so, man. I don't think he does, man. He said, haters, please keep tuning in. My man Fannon needs more views. Exactly, man. I mean, I don't mind bopping you. I don't mind bopping you. Even though, let me do something real quick. I love it though, man. You guys is crazy, man. There's a lot of y'all up in here, huh? I don't usually walk too much. Yeah, I need to get my mods back. I don't have a lot of mods anymore, man. That sucks, man. That kind of sucks. That boy said, appreciate that, Fannon. Yeah, man, all day, man. Thank you, man. But nah, I don't think they have a rematch clause. I think this is a trilogy. They originally agreed for the fight, and that was it, man. Just Faces says, they funny, man. Keep them here. Yeah, pretty much, man. It is. If you take them personal, it can be annoying. But I don't take them personally, man. Because I know what I'm saying is right, man. And I know perfectly well, man, that you guys don't like that he joked. If I said Tyson Fury, he said he admitted he didn't admit it. I caught him. We caught him. We caught him. We got something we can say. No, man. I know he was joking. Full-fledged know that he was joking. However, dog, a bank robber joking about robbing a bank ain't funny. You know what I mean? A U.S. president joking about reinstituting slavery ain't funny. Okay? It's not. All right? Oh, man, where you at, man? I'm sorry, Ali Voso. Here you go, Ali. Yeah, that's my bad, man. Ali, put your I'm gonna get Kevin Faulkner too. We're gonna clean this up. Kevin Faulkner, you got your wrench. This is a good thing for wrenches, man, for me to see. Ali Voso, you got your wrench. Let me go down here. My man, Ace Good Kick said, I'll be a moderator for you, bro. I got your back. You know what, man? Let me try to do that, man. I trust you. Appreciate you, man. Man, SP said Fury been cheating since he crawled out of his mother's front. Dirty. Yeah, man. Obviously, man, a dude dirty, man. Like, it's amazing to me, dude. Like, you can't call a dirty fighter dirty. Like, there's no dirty, like, people act like there ain't no dirty fighters. If Tyson Fury ain't dirty, who the hell is dirty? Hey, Ace Good Kick said, I'll be a moderator for you, bro. I got your back, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, man. And honestly, man, I appreciate all y'all that come to the chat still, man, and chop it up with me, man. I appreciate it. RSA Boxing Light says, salute, good brother. What's up with Andre saying he don't believe Wilder is mentally ready, like he knows his mental state? Andre Ward said that he doesn't believe it. I mean, maybe he doesn't believe it. because of the talk and all of that stuff, doesn't believe he's mentally ready. But, it is what it is, man. We'll see. You will see. And Tyson, because, you know what Andre Ward is. Andre Ward, I'll give something to Andre Ward, legitimately give Andre Ward some credit that Andre Ward deserves, okay? Andre Ward is that's a tough son of a bitch right there, dog. He's a tough son of a bitch, right, man. And he was getting, cats fight him dirty, and he fights him dirty right back. That's just he's a grimy, mentally tough fighter. And he may think that, Deontay Wilder doesn't need to say anything about all this. He needs you to just go ahead and fight through it. That's a real mentality that some fighters have. And he may think because Deontay Wilder can't do two things he can't do two things at the same time. Shin C said Tyson can't punch even with loaded gloves as long as they watch the water real close. I'm content. Paulie M could have hurt Wilder that night. What's love in that super chat, man? He said, Rich Squad in the building smacking them trolls like baby bottoms. You know how it goes, man. They out here, man. I got you, Ali. I hit you up, man. I hit you up with the wrench, man. Yeah, man. Green Man Ward has been wrong more than he's been right. I mean, look, man. This is my take on it as far as like Andre Ward goes. I really do respect what Andre Ward thinks. However, I know that dude cheated, right? And there's an argument to be made that Deontay Wilder could have not said anything. They could have just kept his mouth shut and just went back to the drawing board, looked out for certain things and learned to deal with it, right? That's a mentality a lot of cats have. That is an old school mentality, that you don't like your teacher does you wrong. You don't complain. You figure out so that you put yourself in a position where they can't do you wrong. There are people that have that mentality, man. And that's a fair mentality to have, right? Deontay Wilder wasn't in that mentality. Deontay Wilder was in the mentality like, look, man, you cheated me and I'm going to tell everybody in the world you cheated me. And I want my fight. So you don't cheat me again, right? I mean, it's just an approach that Deontay Wilder took that some people reasonably could say that they don't like, right? They think, because I'm sure there's a lot of cheating in boxing, a lot, I'm sure. Like Deontay Wilder is I don't believe this is an isolated case. You know what I mean? I don't believe it's an isolated case. But Fahim Sator, I saw that, man. He said, fuck Andre Ward. Man, I'm an Andre Ward fan, man. I ain't saying fuck Andre Ward. I'm an Andre Ward. I'm a true blue Andre Ward fan, man. Even when I don't agree with Andre Ward, I'm still a true blue fan of the dude. Robert Jeremio said, great work, Fannon. Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. Ward said, Deontay not ready. Much love in that super chat. Hey, man, we'll see. They don't know for sure, though, but we'll see, man. They've never been particularly big fans of the guy, though. I hope he's ready. We'll see. You know what I mean? But Ward being half white depends on who's looking at him. Ain't no such thing, dog. Ain't no such thing. That shit is hilarious to me when people say that, man. Like, he got a white daddy. He ain't half white. You can call him a mulatto or none of that, dog. Hey, you a black dude, man. And it is what it is, man. And that's what it is. So, but anyway, at least that's my opinion on it, man. I'll let him deal with his own life. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, And if Deontay Wilder doesn't win, people are going to talk really bad about him. And guess what? You be standing right here saying, I'll be standing here right here saying the same thing. And guess what? If they wind up showing his hands coming through gloves and shit like that, people are going to say something about that too. But it is what it is, man. Y'all are really on here trying to discredit Ward's opinion just because it doesn't coincide with yours. Lots of y'all have never been in a ring in a competitive capacity, but you want to talk like you have. Man, people can disagree with Deontay Wilder's. How's it okay to disagree with Deontay Wilder, but it ain't okay to disagree with Andre Ward? You know what I mean? People are disagreeing with Andre Ward. Tyson Fury says he's ready. I mean, Deontay Wilder says he's ready. Malik Scott saying he's ready. There are boxers that are saying he's ready, and Andre Ward said he's not ready. So you don't have to agree with just Andre Ward just because Andre Ward is a boxer. Do you know how many times boxers are wrong about fights? How many times and I've won money betting solidly against what boxers have said about who's going to win fights. They ain't got a crystal ball. You know what I mean? Andre Ward ain't in that man's head. That's what he believes. And he's an experienced fighter and he should be respected about it. But that's what he believes. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing about Andre Ward. I don't remember Andre Ward saying that Ugas was going to beat Manny Pacquiao. I don't remember him predicting that Alexander Usyk was going to beat Anthony Joshua. Right? He doesn't know for sure. He's got an opinion. And ain't nothing wrong with his opinion. You know? Man, Freddie Jimenez said, hey, Fannon, if Tyson Fury cheats again against Wilder, they should now ban him for 3 years. Hit him where it hurts. Much love in that super chat, man. They should. They should, but they won't. If your daddy's black, you're black. Yeah, people say that, man. You know what the truth of the matter is? If you walk down the street and a white person sees you as a black person, you're black. We don't label ourselves, okay? That is a misnomer. And that's the reality of it. And Andre Ward ain't walking down the street and having nobody thinking he's white. Nobody. There are some black people that will walk down the street and white people will think they're white, or most likely they'll think they're something else. Probably not white, but they'll think that there's something else other than black. And in that situation, they can skate. But Andre Ward can't skate, dog. And Andre Ward can't skate out of being black. Not a chance, man. Said Michael Kirkland said, if the roles were reversed and Wilder did all that cheating and Fury didn't, I'd be pulling for Fury. I would too. No joke, no doubt about it, man. I would too. Without a doubt. You know what I mean? Steven Cece said, that's the best thing you've said so far. Man, come on, man. No, it is not the best thing that I've said so far. I'll tell you what the best thing I said in this chat was. It's that Tyson Fury cheated. And he joked about it. Just because he joked about it, doesn't mean he won't cheat. You cracking a joke about something don't mean you're lying. I don't trust Tyson Fury as far as I can throw a house, man. I don't. If it comes out of his mouth, I believe he's going to do it. He said he joked before the fight about how he's going to dip his hands in brine and all this other crap. And he wound up cheating. That's what I see. Can't expect company man to expose corruption. Nope. Fannon, you don't play around. Damn. Nah, man, I'll throw a dude out of here, man. I don't care about that, man. But anyway, it's fun. I like it, man. I like that there's 500 people in the chat that didn't, and a whole bunch didn't hit the like button. Okay, hey, man, look, man, we got 542 people in the building. Can we get the likes over 400, man? It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. I would be thankful if you could get the likes up over there, man. Burger Planet, you're making excuses for Wilder already. That's the problem. No, it's not, man. There's only 500 people in this chat, Burger Planet. Me saying something about Tyson, and I've not even made an excuse for him. I'm just telling you what I believe about Tyson Fury. That's what I've done. That's not a problem. Malik got Fury chanting Fury's no good that's going to be his downfall. What's he supposed to do? He's supposed to bow down and pray to Tyson Fury and talk about how great he is? Man, get out of here, man. You would never hold other fighters to that standard, man. You just looking for something, man. I personally would not have minded if Deontay Wilder did not expose the cheating. I wouldn't have minded it, honestly, because he had a third fight. I wouldn't have minded if he just would have been silent about it and let other people talk about it. But Deontay Wilder was in an unfortunate situation of a Tyson Fury trying to pull out the fight. So he had to bust him, or maybe that happened after the fact. I don't know, man. Edward Condona said, listen, I'm a cut man and I know firsthand how gloves are treated before and after the fight. And have anybody ever gotten loaded gloves into a boxing ring? Just saying. Have anybody ever gotten loaded gloves into a past cornerman into a boxing ring? You guys are hilarious with saying no, there's never any corruption unless even if they get caught, there ain't no corruption. It's amazing, man. Fannon, you know when the last drug test before the fight? Nah, I don't know, man. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. All personal opinion, I'm not sure what you mean, man. Andre Ward is not black. A person's race is not determined by how white people treat him. You are an absolute idiot if you think that that is not the truth. Really? Andre Ward ain't black? A person's race is not determined by how white people treat him? White people invent the categories. What are you talking about? You're silly. You're not black. Obviously. Most obviously, you're not black. What difference would it make what race you were if there was not mistreatment of people according to race? What difference would it make? It seems mighty coincidental that black people all over the world wind up getting treated pretty much the same way. From systems of colonialisms that were put in place by people that called them black and then said it was legal to enslave them. They made up black. They invented it. You're a moron, man. And Andre Ward is black, never said he wasn't black, by the way. Got a black wife, got black kids, got a black mama, got a black brother, got all of that. Andre Ward ain't never said he wasn't black. He said that he was half white. He never said he wasn't black. That's stupid. Seriously. But if you think so, okay. I can't wait to go run down the street and tell somebody I'm not black and put that shit on a piece of paper. I'm not black, right? Why? Well, my race isn't determined by what white people are the ones that actually invented the term, man. Okay? They run the state legislatures and they actually are the ones that determine what you're called. Like when they put Hispanic on a birth certificate, you know who decided to use Hispanic? White people used the word Hispanic with the input of his people that they determined were Hispanic. Shut up. Anyway, TD said, I think that Wilder will crush Fury. I hope so, man. I certainly hope so. But I'm not making a prediction for the fight. I'm watching it, man. See, Fannon, you're getting too deep for them now. Yeah, I mean, it's just, they're just ridiculous, man, with that. But black people do it too, in my opinion, man. Hey, said, don't make them let them drift. Yeah, man, bring it back. Ask me a question. Yeah, I have, man. No, I do. I'm half Korean. Okay. All right. You ain't black. Nice. Congratulations, man. You are a unique being on this planet. You're a unique being on this planet, man. All right, whatever, man. Hope you ain't got to learn the hard way. I'll put it this way. Hope you don't get your wake up moment. That's what they call it. They call it excuse my phrase. They call it a nigga wake up call. Certainly hope you don't get one, friend. Certainly hope you don't wake up one day and realize what I'm talking about. But whole lot of people have woken up one day and were like, huh? Yeah. Why are you treating me like this? Get out of here, man. Wilder by KO. Much love in that super chat, man. I'm serious, man. Y'all ignorant bastards. That ain't nothing make me more sick than that. Nothing in boxing makes me more sick than that. Man, get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. Yeah, Tiger Woods ain't black. Right. Okay, yeah, they think that like cannibalization or whatever he said is real. Man, you just get out of here, man. Ugh, sorry about that, man. Honestly, man, that shit, I personally find that disgusting. I really do, man. I find it disgusting. I find it disgusting, man. You guys, you abandon black people if you think you can abandon us by just saying that you're not, and then see how that works see how that works for everybody with you acting like that. See how it works for everybody. I'm not a big fan of that, dog. But anyway, James Carter said, okay, haters. We can get back to boxing for not making y'all look real stupid. Been making them look stupid, man. And I don't usually mind it. But that dude, get out of here, man. Stop. Like, you just get to, like, oh, he's not, Andre Ward's not black. He doesn't have to. Yes, because you a coon. Okay, and I don't even throw that around a lot, man. Just because you cooning don't mean Andre Ward is full-fledged cooning. Okay, I don't believe he is, dog. I don't believe it. But anyway, it is what it is, man. Brandon Wilson said that this is that Dave Chappelle episode with the race. Well, I mean, it's just stupid, man. I mean, it's just stupid. You talking about how you want the world to be, and not how the world actually is. You know what I mean? You want the world to be like that. That's not how it actually is, man. Most black people are trapped in lower income neighborhoods, and they all live there, and they're all living under the same situation. What happens is when one of you mixed dudes pop out to the suburbs and ain't around a lot of black people, you try to mix in, and then you try to say a bunch of crap about how get out of here, man. I don't appreciate it, man. I do not appreciate it, man. Exactly. It's a stat. Exactly. But anyway, I don't want to do this anymore, man. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to get into those type of conversations during a boxing. I'm going to back up into somebody asking an actual question about boxing. But I support Andre Ward, man. I like Andre Ward. If Andre Ward doesn't think that Deontay Wilder is ready and all that, okay, that's what Andre Ward believes. I can respect Andre Ward's opinion. When I listen to Andre Ward, I listen to him, and I think that he thinks out what he's going to say. I think that he does the absolute best job that Andre Ward can do, to be fair. I don't believe that he's a sham. I don't believe that he's a coon. I don't believe any of that about him. I don't always agree with him, but that doesn't mean that I think poorly of him. You know what I mean? He's not somebody like, like, what's that guy's name, man? That used to be the big, heavy, real big fat dude that he's a political commentator, man. Oh no, he's a sport. Michael Wilborn. Is that his name? Michael Wilborn? Whatever the big fat dude, not Michael Wilborn. I think I like Michael Wilborn. Whoever the real big old Jabba the Hutt looking dude was, and I need to lose my weight before I start calling people fat. But anyway, Whithouse, something like that. It's not like he's that guy who's always just going the other way just to be controversial and go the other way. Michael Whitborn or something like that, man. Meghan Markle is an excellent example of what? I don't think Meghan Markle's confused. She done got a couple of those in her position. Hey, CRB wants to say, you notice not one word from Eddie or Matchroom about those AJ Usyk pay-per-view numbers, and it's more than a week out. They probably look as bad as Pulev numbers. Oh, hey, don't worry. Much love in that super chat. Oh, yeah. Not a word about him, dog. King of the world, wasn't he? My man Chance, thanks for changing the subject. Who you got, Bud or Porter? I got Bud winning the fight. I got Bud winning that fight. I think Bud will pull it out. But I think Sean Porter's a very live underdog, man. A very live underdog. And it's not unreasonable to think that Sean Porter can win that fight. You know what I mean? Teddy G said, how does Wilder goes to the body early and often, breaks down Fury and wins by a knockout, more impressive than Spilka. I just think he needs to stay really busy, man. And he definitely needs to go at Tyson Fury. He needs to be very aggressive at Tyson Fury, and he needs to make Tyson Fury miss, and he needs to make Tyson Fury work a lot. Tyson Fury is fat, and eventually that dude's stamina, is going to get him, man. I believe. But I just hope we see a good fight, a good, fair fight, and I want Deontay Wilder to win. Trey said, how do you feel about the undercard for Wilder Fury? I think it's going to be a great night for heavyweights in general. I love that undercard. I think it might be the best undercard. It's the best undercard of the year. Best value on a pay-per-view, best value on a pay-per-view all year. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I don't have to wait around for a good fight or fighters that or up-and-coming fighters that I want to see fight. It's nothing like that DAZN stuff, man. God, dog. DAZN has, or who is it? Yeah, DAZN has the app. Now, some of them are pay-per-view for them. It's not pay-per-view for us. But my God, man, DAZN got the worst cards, man. Like, it's hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of fights that I don't want to see. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like one fighter that you don't want to see after another fighter that you don't want to see. The AJ fight and how could you expect that to do well on pay-per-view when the best fight that they have on the whole card after AJ Usyk, they have Lawrence Okolie. Lawrence Okolie was the co-main event on that card. How could you expect people to watch that, man? It's like you're trying to con people into just paying $20 for the major fight. It's so terrible, man. But at least this one, we get a lot. We're going to get a lot. A lot of fights, man. Ron Johnson said, and DAZN is dumpster juice. Man, it is so bad, man. Like, I didn't want to admit it for a long time because I would feel like, yeah, Jason Whitlock. I don't think he's a Jason Whitlock, man. You know what I mean? I don't think I like Andre Ward, man. I like him. Just, it is what it is, man. I like Andre Ward. I got more problems with Floyd Mayweather than I got with Andre Ward. You know what I mean? Like, Andre Ward need to have Tank. Like, it's time for Tank to fight somebody, man. John Muhammad in that super chat, man. Thank you for the support, man. He said, Andre Ward is an all-time great in the ring. However, he's been a total company man, top rank, and has shown his lack of awareness and respect for Wilder. Yeah, I can understand why people would say that. I understand that. Why people may not like how he talks about Deontay Wilder. I can appreciate that. But it's his opinion. You know what I mean? It's his opinion. It's his opinion. And the man got a right to his opinion. He's not a troll, though. He's not a troll. I don't think. I don't think. But I can understand why people would have issues with Andre Ward, without a doubt. As far as being a company man, I think it's more ESPN. But he did stand up for Oscar Valdez. Like, the things that they said about Oscar Valdez, I thought if he would have defended Oscar Valdez, then I would have been like, man, you're bugging. But he came out hard against Oscar Valdez. So, the man's got some principles. But, I like Andre Ward. Yeah, Tim Bradley a little bit more of a clown, dog. Man, that ain't his opinion, No, I think it is his opinion. I think he believes what he's saying. I believe Andre Ward believes that. I do think so. About like Tyson Fury, like that was a bad matchup for Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury needs to move on. I do believe that. I believe Andre Ward believes that. I don't think that it's impossible to think that Deontay Wilder's, now, if he said he doesn't believe the cheating, if he comes out and says Deontay Wilder's lying and there's nothing there, then I would have a problem with Andre Ward. But I haven't had Andre Ward say that. I have not heard him say it. I've heard him say that he just didn't want anything to do with it. Like, if he takes that, I don't like that. I wish he would stand up for that. But, it is what it is. You know what I mean? He works for ESPN. He don't work for Top Rank. He works for ESPN. He doesn't work for Top Rank. If Andre Ward worked for Top Rank, then he probably wouldn't have said that about Oscar Valdez. Maybe he wouldn't say that about Oscar Valdez. I don't know. But look, man, I like Andre Ward, man. I don't know what you want me to say. It's going to take a little bit more for me to dump Andre Ward, man. I like Andre Ward. It's just, call me biased, okay? I got my bias. I like Andre Ward, man. I like him. I rooted for him his whole career. He's not saying anything. He basically said that. He got to say it. Not basically. Not basically. He got to say it. And I didn't hear him say it. But y'all want me to be, I'm just, there, Fahim Zator. There we must agree to disagree. In this thing, we keeping Andre Ward, dog. Andre Ward helped Caleb Plant out against Canelo. I gotta like him, man. You know what I mean? I like. Antoine said, "Fair enough, bruh. Fair enough. It is, it is what it is, man. You can't expect me, as big an Andre Ward fan as I want, just to throw him under the bus for anything, dog. But." And even when he said he was, and no joke, dude, even when he said that that his daddy was black, I thought he got baited into that. I was like, man, you said something so stupid, Andre. You can't say that. Like that, he made the mistake, okay? That one, I was like, oh, Lord. I ain't gonna lie, dude. When Fred from Barbershop Conversation got him stuck, I was like, man, Fred got him stuck now. God, dog. You can't say that you're not all the way black, Andre. You can't say that, man. You're supposed to have better common sense than that, man. Don't ever say that, dog. That is the worst, dog. I don't even think Keith Thurman ain't never said that. You know what I'm saying? And Keith Thurman might actually be able to pass himself off as something. And he ain't even stupid enough to say that now. I mean, Andre Ward is about a half a curl away from being nappy-headed, dog. You ain't supposed to be talking like that, Andre. You ain't supposed to be like that, man. He said, I'm a big Warrior fan. I'm the biggest Warrior fan in the world. Went in debt to go to the Kovalev 2 fight. But he didn't ask for my support. There you go. Oh my God, man. I'm gonna tell you, dude, that shit is absolutely impossible to defend. And I refuse to do it. I'm not even gonna try, dog. That was a fuck up on Andre Ward's part, man. Without a doubt, man. But look, man, Andre, you can't tell me Andre Ward, who's got a chocolate wife and takes care of his kids, takes care of his little black cousins and all of that stuff, is a coon, dog. I just don't get the coon off of him. You know what I mean? Now, if he was out there married, to a white woman, if he's out there married to a white woman and all of that stuff, then maybe, dog. But it's even like Dougie Fisher. As much as I don't like Dougie Fisher, dog, I can't think of Dougie Fisher as a coon because of his wife. Like, a true coon would not marry her. I'm just flat out. A true coon would not marry her, man. Nah, dog. Hey, Punchlines and Pugilism said, I'm the biggest. Oh, okay, I got that. My bad. He said, here goes that light-skin bias. Nah, dog. I ain't got light-skin bias, dog. That ain't now that. No. I just look at their family, dog. If you marry a black woman, I have a hard time believing you're a coon based on who you pick to be your wife and you stay married to her. I don't believe. True coons got white wives. Or a Mexican one at least. That's my experience. That's my take. True coons do not marry black women. True coons do not marry black women. And if they do, they divorce them and they marry a white one. I look at who your wife is, and that to me tells me something about you. Antoine Richardson said it's a light-skinned ninja thing. No, man. No. Oh, and by the way, I've been told I'm not light-skinned anyway. So don't put that shit on me. I'm not light-skinned. Say, because Keith is intelligent. Yeah, Keith ain't stupid. You want him to deny his father? No, he ain't his father. How's he going to deny his father? His father's his father, but his father's an Italian dude. That's what it is. He ain't denying. I don't want him to deny his father. Dude, black is a caste. It's a caste. And there's all kind of people that are black that have a white parent or have white grandparents or have multiple white grandparents and 2 black parents. Don't fall for that nonsense, dude. We're all black people. We're all in the same boat as a group. As an individual, you're an individual. You're his son individually. That's how I see it. But anyway, man, I don't want to get into that, dog. I really, really don't, dog. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, much love in that super chat. We got 500 likes, man. Thank you for getting my likes over 500, man. You know, I just don't want to do that, man. You know, I don't want to do that to him. I like him. Tim Bradley, I ain't the biggest fan of Tim Bradley, though. Because Tim Bradley went to Teddy Atlas. Tim Bradley dumped Julio, what's his name? Julio Diaz? Was it Julio Diaz? What's the name of his trainer he dumped and went to Teddy Atlas? Anybody that's going to sit there and let Teddy Atlas talk to them like that, I'm suspect on that. Okay? I'm suspect on that. Desert Storm? Nah, dog. Nah. I don't think so. Andre Ward has always acted like a black dude every time I've seen him around, he acts like that. He got a black, I don't believe it. I don't know. But that's him. You do. Look, man, I ain't seen it. I support him. I understand y'all don't fuck with him. Okay? I get it. Y'all don't fuck with Andre Ward. I do. Can we agree to disagree on that? Will you not steal my Andre Ward fandom from me? Okay? I would appreciate it, all right? If I could just peacefully go on about my way and be a fan of Andre Ward, I would appreciate it. Because I like Andre Ward. However, I've criticized him a lot. And that ain't no joke, man. What's wrong with how Teddy Atlas spoke to Bradley? He talked to him like a boy. Man, Teddy Atlas be talking to fighters crazy as shit. What are you talking about? You go listen to how he be talking to people, man. Talk to him like a boy. Lennox Lewis would smash Wilder. Lennox Lewis would smash Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Maybe. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Trice said Ward's problem is he gets off code. Yeah, he will. He'll jump off code in a minute, man. Nah, King. Shut up. No, a white person can't be black because they're a white person. And no, I do not have a low opinion of black people, dumbass. I have a very high opinion of black people. I have a reasonable. Man, shut up, dog. Seriously, Nook King. Shut up. What you're talking about runs absolutely opposite of what happens in the real world, man. If Andre Ward is walking down the street and he walks by in the United States, a room of white people, ain't nobody in that room gonna think he's white. Nobody in that room is gonna think he's anything but black. Stop. They're not gonna think he's Mexican. They're not gonna think he's white. They're not gonna think he's Chinese. They're not gonna think any of that. They're gonna think he's a black dude. And as many black people have been killed in this country by people that reacted to them because of the color of their skin and their appearance, get out of here. People will determine who you are by how you look. And that is a fact. He's from the United States of America. The dude is clearly of African ancestry. He has brown skin. He has tightly curled hair. He looks just like he looks like a million black people walking around the street. Do you think anybody thinks he is any less black than somebody has 2 light-skinned black parents? Shut up. It's just stupid, okay? It's stupid. If you want to sit in your closet and feel some certain way about yourself, go sit in your own fucking closet and feel whatever you want to feel about yourself, okay? But do not act like black people walking around the streets are not recognized as being black people when they walk out the house. Andre Ward, and he walks out the house in the eyes of everybody looking at him, sees a black guy. And what do you think he's gonna do? Whip out his birth certificate? Hold on, stop. Look what my daddy's race. What's he gonna do? Pull out his birth certificate and show people? Shut up. It's just stupid. Okay? You know what I'm talking about. Andre Ward ain't nobody fooled into Barack Obama saying Barack Obama is the first half-white president. Barack Obama is black. He has a white mother, he has a black father, and ain't nobody at all ever been confused that is a black man. I guess we haven't had a black president yet, huh? Or I guess maybe Barack Obama gets to choose whether or not, I'm not the first black president. I'm sorry. Shut up. Okay? Please. And by the way, watch this. You're the one with the low opinion of black people. I think it's beautiful to be black. I don't think that that's an insult calling him black. You sound like you think it's an insult to be called black. If you think it's an insult to be black, that's your problem. I ain't never said that somebody being black was an insult. Ever. Never. And I don't think it is an insult. I think it's a fact. You think there's a problem with that. You are carrying your self-hatred onto something I'm saying. I'm black. Ain't never had a problem being black. Man, I've been talking boxing for an hour, man. For a while. You know what it is. Dog, I knew Barack Obama's a black dude, man. They got mixed people all over the place. There are mixed people all in every black neighborhood got mixed kids in them, man. Everybody. You call them mixed, but they're still black. And just stop. Anyway, man, it is what it is. Look, man. I know, some I shouldn't, but it is what it is, man. Sometimes I go, man. Biracial is, you can say what y'all want to say. I'm going to call them black dudes, because that's what, I just don't understand it, dog. I'm sorry, man. You live in a different world, man. But anyway, it is what it is, man. Much love to everybody. And I'm going to get out, man. I actually ran over talking about this nonsense. Anyway, it is much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. We'll be a much more strictly boxing tomorrow. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.